If you clicked on this video, chances are you are struggling with bad habits. Maybe you can't stop drinking. Maybe you can't stop smoking. Maybe you're addicted to playing video games or watching adult movies. But the good news for you is that if you focus on implementing the right plan, I believe that you can fix these things with 2 simple changes. So a quote that I've always loved when it comes to struggling with bad habits, struggling with cutting your vices, and this is a quote that one of my favorite YouTubers, Hamza, would say all the time, and it's that your bad habits are not the problem. They are the symptom of the problem. Back in my freshman and sophomore year of college, I was struggling a lot with overcoming my vices. I was addicted to video games. I was drinking alcohol, getting drunk every single weekend. I was struggling in school, falling off on my fitness. And the simple change that I made to fix my bad habits and overcome these things was finding purpose and improving my mental health. Now let's talk about the first part of that, which is finding purpose. Like, what exactly does that mean? Because you probably hear all the time, oh yeah, find your purpose. Oh, just be on your purpose, bro. So really think about it. If you were living a life that you were satisfied with, where you were doing things that made you feel fulfilled, would you still be struggling with all of these bad habits, right? Because when I think back to when I was struggling with them, when I was drinking all the time and playing video games, it was because I was living a life purposeless. All I was doing was just studying stuff in school that I didn't really enjoy that much, and I didn't really have anything to align my life to. Because when you have these bad habits, there's something that you use to recover from not living a great life. And honestly, I think it's really sad how for most people, they're forced into doing things that they don't really want to. I think back to school, right? High school, middle school, you were always forced to be spending 6 or 7 hours, however long it was a day, studying things, learning stuff that you don't even care about, that has no real meaning, no purpose. And a lot of people are forced to work a job that they don't like. So obviously, the thing is, a lot of these things about reality, you can't change. You can't change that you have to go to school. Obviously, you have to do that. But what can you do to improve this? Well, what you must do to improve this is live a life of purpose. And for everyone, their purpose is going to be different. But what exactly do I mean by purpose? Well, your purpose is your why. Your purpose is your main goal in life. For example, for me, back when I was in high school, my purpose was I wanted to play college football. But once I got past the point where football was my purpose became to educate young men, to help young men improve their lives. And the thing I love about that is that every day I wake up with something that motivates me. I wake up to do something that actually keeps me staying good on my good habits, that makes me feel like I have to be the best version of myself. But for every young man, their purpose is going to be different. Maybe your purpose is to become your best self. Maybe it's to get into a big college that you want to go to. Maybe it's to get good at a sport. Maybe it's to get your dream career. But whatever it is, just know what your purpose is and every day be progressing to get better at it. And I think a good way you can think about this that'll really help it sink in is view life as a video game, right? Because in a video game, what do? You level up, you improve your character to get better. So why not apply that same mentality to real life, right? All life is just a journey, just a game, where you're just trying to level up your character, which is you, where you're trying to progress. So figure out what your purpose is and every day take steps to improve yourself so you can get closer to that best version of yourself. The second thing you must do if you want to quit your bad habits is focus on mental health. Something that you must understand is that you can't just get rid of bad habits. You have to replace them with good ones. Because if all you say is just, I'm gonna quit playing video games or I'm gonna stop drinking every weekend, well, what are you going to do to change that? Because if you don't actually implement new things you're just going to revert back to the old habits. You're just going to keep playing video games, keep drinking. So what do you do instead? Well, what you do is you say, you know what? Instead of playing video games for 3 hours every day, I'm going to start going to the gym. Or instead of watching Netflix every day, watching pointless content, scrolling on social media, I'm going to start learning about things that I actually care about. I'm going to start reading books that interest me. I'm going to start listening to podcasts that I find interesting that actually help me improve my life. And focusing on good mental health practices, things like journaling, meditating, exercising, and doing those things every single day. Because mental health is something that, a big part of it is avoiding the bad habits, is, avoiding things like video games and junk food and these things that lower your vibrational state. But also a big part of mental health is doing active practices that help you improve your mental health. Because think about it like the gym, right? Some people, obviously, if you don't go to the gym, well, you're not going to build your physique. You're not going to build your body. And the same concept can be applied to mental health. If you don't meditate, if you don't journal, if you don't exercise, if you don't do things to actively improve your mental health, it's not going to just magically improve itself. So you have to actually take action. And the good news for you is that you can change. You can improve yourself. You can quit your bad habits. But you have to actually take action. So don't just click off this video and go back into that loop that you always go into. Don't just do the same things over and over again. Actually critically think, what can I do to better myself? What can I do to quit my bad habits? How can I find my purpose? How can I level up? And actually implement those things into your life, because these videos that I make aren't for you to just consume mindless content and to not actually do anything. The whole point is to actually take action and improve yourself. So you can do it. You can change your bad habits. You can improve your mental health, but it's up to you to actually take action. So I'll see you for the next video, bro.